Good morning.
Morning.
Are we live? Bonnie, Georgia, Kathy? We got a team going. All right, I want to welcome everyone who is gathered here in this space.
It's so nice to meet you. I love you.
And welcome everyone who's joining us by live stream. We begin our time together in this space by choosing songs from the hymnal. And for those who are joining by live stream, you can sing along with us, or you might want to take a moment to create a sacred space of your own. 525. No Jan today, you have a Donna.
Oh, we better do this without. This little light of mine, number 525. Very intense. And we can probably do 1 verses 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we're gonna start
You're gonna go this side.
wherever we start. And see, we're gonna start there and see what happens.
Okay.
Ready?
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Yay!
Yes, good choice. Anybody else have one?
How about 589?
589.
Verses 1 and 4.
You said verses 1 and 4, right?
Sure.
Okay. I like those words, and I don't think that's one that we've ever sang, but I could be wrong. And we have time for one more. Go ahead.
593.
593. And choose the verses
1 and 3.
1 and 3. Thank you. Bring the sing a song for the bread of our Jesus Lord. Sing a song full of our and praises as God. It's the rising sun of our faith. Please join me in the welcome. Welcome to the United Church. We are a peace and justice community, a movement towards wholeness in a fragmented world. Together we create a strong sense of belonging, a safe place to flourish, and opportunities to grow in our own way and our own time. Let's bring in the light of Christ.
Yes, Jesus.
And then I want to invite the children to come light candles. You can make the sacred sounds. Violet, did you want to light a candle today?
This way, this way, this way.
I moved the kindness wheel, but I have something instead. We got jokes. Okay. Do you want to ask the congregation the joke, or you want me to do it? Okay.
What do you call flowers for our best friends?
I don't know what.
Buds.
You had that one too. If you want. You can keep it. You can keep it.
Why is a flower like the letter A?
Why?
Because it goes after it.
Bees. We answered it.
Because bees go after it. How do you know flowers can kiss under the mistletoe? They have 2 lips.
How do flowers greet each other in the morning? Hey, bud.
All right. If you want to go to the kitchen table for your lesson, you are invited to join. And then I want to invite Kathy and Phyllis from Pie in the Sky to bring us our kindness moment. We're so glad you're here. Thank you for coming.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Phyllis Wood, and I'm Kathy McGrath, and we're from Pie in the Sky, as you know. We're glad to be here with you today. Since I look around, some of you I know, some of you are volunteers at Pie in the Sky, and some of you are seniors that we have the privilege of serving. Yep, there we are. There's our little flying pie. Just want to tell you real quick, because I think everybody wants to know, what an unusual name, Pie in the Sky. Well, where did that come from? You know, we ride around in a truck. We have a truck now, got a big, ginormous pie on it. People yell out the window, "You got pies in there, lady?" You know, and no, we don't have pies. Those only come twice a year now. But in the beginning, Malia Gariba, our founder, and now our CEO, was in Hastings working on a grant with Betty Griffin, helping battered women in the community of Hastings. And as most grants do, they run out, and she did not want to leave. So being the stubborn person that she was then and is now, and believing that anybody can do anything, because it's really great, and I tell her this all the time, it's really great when you don't know what you're doing, you don't know you can't do it. You just do it. And that is how Pie in the Sky operates today. But anyhow, I digress. So she said, she told her friends, I am not leaving this community. I feel I can make a difference here. I can fill in where the other agencies can't. And so she's talking to her friend Melissa, and Melissa looks at her, and Mike was there too, and Melissa goes, well, what are you going to do, Malia? How are you going to do that? And she said, well, Johnny Barnes has a beautiful restaurant on Main Street in Hastings. He sells the best fried chicken in the world. Johnny was serving country food, Southern food really, before it was chic to do so. People would line up on Wednesdays for his fried chicken. She said, he doesn't serve dessert. This is a sin. I'm sure it's a sin. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bake pies. He's going to sell them in the restaurant, and people will buy them for $2 a slice, I think is fair. And then everyone else from far and wide will come to buy my pies. Mike, looking at her like she had just lost her mind, said, oh, honey, this is a Pie in the Sky idea. And there we are, Pie in the Sky. This organization started on $2 a slice, a $2,000 a year budget, and today our budget is $999,000. Wow. And when we started the senior program that we know and love today, we had 11 seniors, and today we are serving 945 seniors in St. Augustine. Our motto is this. It's just that, well, I can have, we are committed to fighting senior hunger and social isolation in our community. But basically what that means to us, in our warehouse, there's a mobile that it floats around over our heads as we're packing the bags and as we're working. And it says, peace begins when the hungry are fed. And that's what we truly believe. Peace begins when the hungry are fed. And just by allowing us to speak here today, you are helping us with that mission, because that is the real mission of Pie in the Sky. Kathy's going to talk. Kathy is our volunteer coordinator, and she's going to tell you all the things we have to offer for Pie in the Sky.
Yes, so hey guys, thanks for having us. So at Pie in the Sky, we do offer a lot to our 945 seniors. But to get to that point, we have to have lots of volunteers, right? So right now we have somewhere around 300 volunteers. Not everybody's active. So some people come in the warehouse and help us bag vegetables and fruit. And that's one of the things we give our seniors. Another thing we do for our seniors is we bag bread and sweets, and that's donated by Publix. And we also have a carton of eggs that goes out to them. And this week, we're doing hurricane bags. So all these volunteers come in the warehouse Monday through Thursday and help us out. We start at 8 and we end like sometimes around 11 with our volunteers. And that's whether they're bagging in the warehouse or they're driving up with their car and we're loading their car and then they're driving it to the seniors. So that's what we do throughout the week. We also have a group called the Merrymakers. The Merrymakers meet at 8:30 on Thursdays and they have a craft that they make for the seniors. So we give them gifts too throughout the year, the seniors. We also have a group that meets at Monday at 10:30, and they're called the Kindness Group. We write birthday cards to our seniors, and we give them a little gift from the Merrymakers. So that's all about the volunteers. That's kind of like a volunteer in a nutshell. But you can see me afterwards, and we can talk about it a little further.
These are our, we're about numbers, a lot of numbers, and we're growing. Last year we grew, we added 320 new seniors in 1 year, and you look at the numbers and you think about 11 and you think we're at these, this is the end of our fiscal year, which ended in June. We were at 933 and already in July we're at 945. So we will probably add more than 320 seniors this year. And there's the joy of doing that and the joy of knowing that somewhere, somehow, we need to do a little better. And the other thing I'd like people to know is that, people say, well, is all your food donated? No, it's not. We purchase, that's why we raise money all year long. We purchase every single bit of produce that goes into that bag because it has to be the best and the highest quality that we can get because we want it to last at least 10 days. Each one of these 945 seniors sees our beautiful volunteer drivers twice a month. So it's got to last them. And, and people have always said about Pie in the Sky, Phyllis, we're so glad you stayed in the lane, or they'll tell Malia, we're glad you just stayed in your lane. You just keep delivering the produce. And we have expanded. I know, someone said to me, she said, yeah, you just stay in your lane. I said, no, we got out of it a little. We decided to serve eggs. I mean, that's another big part of what we do because we believe in nutrition. We believe that if you give people good, healthy food to eat, maybe, just maybe, they'll be able to stay in their homes longer and they won't need as much health care. And we're going to be around afterwards. I know you want to continue with your service. Please come see us afterwards. We'd like to share more with you individually. But we want to say thank you very much for having us here today. Thanks.
This last slide just shows
And
some
just
of our
show-
needs.
these are some of our needs. Most of these, until we get after pet food, the peanut butter and jelly are food on the top floor we call the non-sexy stuff. The stuff that everybody needs. That's the really expensive stuff. So if you want to help with that,
And
just
we'll be
see
here
us.
afterwards.
We'll be here afterwards.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing and for continuing with the work. I'm really glad you joined us. So I'm going to invite us to take a deep breath. Just to center and settle a little bit. Be sure when you exhale to exhale fully. This is holy space, sacred ground. You are sacred. You are holy. You are gifted, talented, and loving. I invite you to think for a moment about what you are grateful for. What are you grateful for? what are you grieving? What is breaking your heart? If you are comfortable doing so, you are invited to come to the table to light a candle.
Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because God's given Jesus Christ, God's Son. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because God's given Jesus Christ, God's Son. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich, because of what our God has done for us. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich, because of what our God has done for us. Give thanks. In this moment, we come together, a family of faith in God and each other, believing without seeing, being true, serving our Creator in all we do. Forget the wine and be amazed at what your they can do. Not questioning, but accepting God's chosen path for you. Knowing everything is possible, leaving down behind, loving without compromise, one day at a time. Surrender all your fears, being loyal in your beliefs, loving someone or something, no matter what. Hold on to your faith, and you will be at peace. Know everything is possible, leaving down behind, loving without compromise, one day at a time. Knowing everything is possible, leaving down behind, loving without compromise, one day at a time. One day at a time.
This is our fourth and final lesson in the Bloom in the Desert series. It's really been a challenge to share a series focused on nature sitting in here. Just saying. But the series is focused on nurturing seeds of resilience and resistance and love and faith. The kitchen table lesson is titled Give and Take, and the flower of the week is the mistletoe. And the lesson begins with a reminder that some plants take more than they give. Mistletoe is a parasite. Did you know that? Yeah. Which means it takes. I'm not ready to say it doesn't give. But we can't blame the mistletoe for being a parasite, right? It's a plant. Plants don't know right from wrong. But what we can do is allow the mistletoe to inspire us to think about the way we treat others. How much taking and giving do we do? Today's centering verse are words of wisdom from the prophet Isaiah. Woe to those who make unjust laws, who deprive the poor of their rights, and withhold justice from the oppressed. These words are a sacred reminder that we are not created to take from others in ways which harm community. So the question is, who do we consider to be in our community? Who's included in your community? Who's excluded? Does your community include the air, the forest, the deer, the ducks, the ox? Do you consider flowers to be part of your community? The water, the trees? Or is your community exclusive with you? With the psalmist, I say, Selah, pause, think about these things. I'm going to invite you to sing. Sing. We'll do the first and third, Kathy. We won't do the middle verse.
Reading is from Living Psalms 34. No matter what happens, I'll keep speaking truth. I've been through some stuff, and God is still the one I praise. Let those who've been crushed by life hear this and find some hope. Come on, let's shout it together. Let's lift up God's name loud and proud. I called out to God when I was wrecked, and God showed up. Every fear that had me by the throat, God broke those chains. The ones who look to God, you can see it in their faces. They're glowing with life, no longer carrying the weight of shame. I've been down and out, calling to God from my pit, and God heard me. Rescued me from all the hell I was going through. God's spirit camps around those who dare to keep going, who stand up even when the world tries to beat them down, and God protects them. Taste this for yourself. Just see how good God is. Those who take refuge in the divine find a kind of blessing that can't be measured. Listen up. You who are exhausted and oppressed, those who stand in awe of God, they're never left stranded. The strong and privileged might find themselves empty and starving, but those who seek God's justice never lack for anything that truly matters. Gather round, children of the struggle, and I'll tell you how to live in the reverence of the Holy One. You want a life that means something? You want days that feel more than just survival? Then watch your mouth. Don't let your words be weapons. Keep your lips from spreading poison. Turn away from the crap that destroys you and do good instead. Chase after peace, like chase it down relentlessly, even when the world makes it hard to find. God's eyes are on those who fight the good fight, and God's ears are turned into their cries. But the systems of evil that keep people down, God's got no patience for that. Those who oppress, they don't last. When the broken cry out, God listens. God pulls them out of the pit, piece by piece. God is near to those whose hearts have been shattered and lifts up those whose spirits have been crushed under the weight of it all. Yeah, the ones who walk the path of justice, They've got their share of battles, but God's with them in every single one. God's protection runs deep. It holds in their very bones together, even when everything else is falling apart. Evil, it devours itself. The wicked end up victims of their own violence. But God saves those who serve, who keep showing up, who keep seeking justice. Not one person who takes refuge in God is ever left without hope or without help.
I'm a big fan of the living Psalms. I love the way that the ancient context becomes the modern. Both the ancient version of that psalm and the living or the modern version of that psalm offer a pretty wild description of God, in my opinion. This God is busy, right? Busy intervening, showing up, offering comfort, making things better for the human who is experiencing the challenges that we find in the wilderness. In light of this week's Wild Church lesson, which is a continuing education course that I'm enrolled in, the God who intervenes has me wondering. I've been rereading, I should say, Victoria Lorce's book, Church of the Wild. And in chapter 8, she introduces the God of indifference, who is also alive and well in the wilderness. Anyone here familiar with the God of indifference? On a personal and intellectual level, I'm sure. Anybody else? You ever heard that before, the God of indifference? What about the God of intervention? More familiar? What about the God who is a presence? Also familiar. So as I understand them, the God of indifference is the God of creation, the one who called every plant, animal, waterway, weather pattern, and humans into being and then placed them in a garden which is dependent upon a structure. The structure is reciprocity, give and take. That's the larger story. Reciprocity, will you go to the next slide? Here we go. Who likes spiders? Who likes spider webs? Anyway, reciprocity is a system of giving and taking, caring and sharing, and it is what keeps this world alive, living, thriving. It's not a system based on competition. It's reciprocity is the larger story. And according to the larger story, once the system of give and take was created, it was put into motion. And then there's no more need for God's intervention. The system of reciprocity will support every living being, every life form, including humans, when we engage it. That said, a parasite like mistletoe, or perhaps a human who's a little competitive or arrogant or greedy, can disrupt the entire system. And when the system is disrupted, there are consequences. Nevertheless, the God of indifference lets things play out and does not intervene. The God of indifference does not disrupt natural consequences, not even to save humans. Which means, in the grand scheme of things, now hold on to your hats and your hearts. Humans are not the center of creation. Humans are not the center of creation. We are part of creation, which means that the holy expectation is that humans will honor, respect, and live within that give and take system, that we will live within that larger story. I know I'm preaching to the choir. But when we center ourselves and think that we are more important or better or more deserving than other living beings, we do things like take the land, destroy the forest, pollute the air, wreck the water. These actions not only disrupt the holiness of the environment, it distorts the larger story. It distorts the system of reciprocity. Our actions create something different, such as harmful weather patterns, monsoons, wildfires, earthquakes, displacement, death, extinction, disease, and dis-ease. Now, I don't know about you, but I personally don't think God is indifferent. You might, but I don't, and that's okay. Neither do I place my faith in a God of intervention. And again, you might. I don't, and that's okay. I do trust and believe in the God of presence. Emmanuel, God with us. The God who never leaves nor forsakes us, even when we screw stuff up, which I do, and I know you don't do. The God I know loves all of creation, even the parasites and the screw-ups. And because God loves all of creation, God does not center, not even the human. God does not have favorites. God loves all of creation. And at the heart of love is the giving, the taking, reciprocity. Reciprocity is the larger story, the story we are called to live within. Even if we don't know it, it's still the system we live within. Even if we don't believe it, even if we don't honor it, it is still our undergirding system. Which brings us back to chapter 8 of Victoria Loris's book, Church of the Wild. And I want to share some of her wild church teachings. I'll be fast. I'm seeing the clock, right? But before we do, I just want to center it in our reality. So the land around us is being actively deforested. Deforested is putting it mildly. The land is being scalped to build homes for humans, which are needed. The forest is also needed. Because the forest is filled with living beings. And again, I know I'm preaching to the choir. I know you are aware of what's happening. But our home building actions are unjust and exploited because they leave a lot of creatures with no place to live. So every time, and don't take offense at this, Alfie, every time you show me the picture of the sweet little deer who are out back here, my heart breaks. Those deer don't want to come to church. They're here because they don't have a choice. It hurts my heart. And over there where I live, it's not just deer. It's the fox, the panthers, and the bear showing up in our backyards. And then because we are humans, we are frightened. Frightened people are reactive. Frightened people do not see other living beings, we see predators. Y'all don't live in Putnam, do you? You got a gun to live there. When we see bear, deer, fox in our backyard, we feel vulnerable. We feel threatened. So I'm going to read a couple of quotes from the Church of the Wild. Lawrence writes, I know the wilderness is not all fuzzy fawns sleeping in your garden. Wilderness is also fierce and disinterested, filled with powerful elements of storm, fire, and earthquake, which cause indiscriminate devastation. We humans in the Western world have built walls so thick between us and the rest of the world that we can no longer feel the vulnerability that we actually share with all others. We try so hard to shield ourselves from our own mortality that we forget that we live in a world that functions through a system of predation. We try to hide from the reality that for any being to stay alive, another being must die. And it happens every moment. Every time we eat food, we take another life force. Whether it's a carrot, a chicken, or an apple. With every breath we inhale, we take oxygen that has been released from the bodies of trees and other beings. And when we breathe, we release a part of ourselves. When we release carbon, it's not just some kind of excess. We're giving up tiny bits of our own carbon-created bodies. Every cell of life must die in order for the whole being to continue to live. Cancer is a cell which refuses to die. Therefore, it kills the whole system. And I know this is uncomfortable because we don't like it when our mask protections are pulled off. We react. It's hard for us to think about what's really happening. A bit later in the chapter, Lawrence writes, this idea of private property is a colonizer privilege, woven so deeply into the Western worldview that it's nearly impossible for us to imagine any life any other way. There's a weird underlying belief that we share that because we paid somebody who paid somebody who paid somebody who created a system, that we have the right to treat the land and the creatures any way we want to. Protecting private property in the United States is considered more important than protecting people, animals, water, soil, or air. We are the immigrants. We are the trespassers. We're the ones who moved in and reorganized the natural habitat. And we act like it's an affront to our privileged sense of ownership that other beings continue to exist. We can choose to live within the system of sacred reciprocity, which is a more spiritually, physically vital way of framing the system. We are called throughout our lives to give up ourselves sacrificially because that's what love requires. Do you agree with that? Have you been called all of your life to give sacrificially? Has life called you to make sacrifices? Is that what love requires? Is giving sacrificially how life works? Greater love has no one than this, said Jesus. But they would lay down their life for their friends. It's the essence of community. The essence of community. Wild spirituality invites us to expand our understanding of communion to include the wider sense of what is sacred. Part of aliveness is a commitment to staying alive. But when our lives are the only lives that matter, we mess with reality. I'm yearning for a wild God, Loris writes, that compels me to participate fully in this web of life, to participate fully in this miraculous dance of life, deepening the meaning of a chord Jesus saying, whoever wants to save their life will lose it. Whoever loses their life will save it. So the deep wisdom of Jesus is centered again in giving and taking. New beginnings are dependent upon sacred endings. Life's not possible without darkness. Love's not possible without grief and loss. Life is not possible without death. I know this in my head, but I don't like how death is built into the system. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
I don't like how death is built into the system. Facing this legitimately terrifying reality of death is not easy, but denying it is to hide behind an illusion. To repair the damage we've done to our relationship with Earth, we must allow our hearts to break open. We need to make a little crack in there so the love can come out, and the light and the healing. So I'm going to invite you into a healing ritual where we honor and acknowledge grief, gratitude, the give and take of both. And we are literally going to be giving and taking. I've got some mint, some rosemary, and some basil. Pass them around. When you pass them around, you're giving and taking. Get it? You're going to embody the practice. Take one of each. I have 2 bowls of mint, so we'll start those. Ellen's serving everyone.
We have one bowl. Smells terrific. What is it?
Is anyone trying to avoid the leaves, which are pretty dead? Just wondering. I did not either get or take any. That means, can I have some? Thank you. Thank you, and I'll take your rosemary and cut it in half and give you rosemary back. Ellen, do you have basil? Do you have the basil?
Ellen has the basil.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get us started. And it doesn't, we're gonna take these sprigs one at a time. It doesn't matter which one you do. So take one sprig and inhale the fragrance. And as you exhale, blow into this leaf your pain, your anger, your sadness. And again, inhale fragrance and exhale your grief. And again, just to center us, my grief centers around the landscape and the animals who are displaced. Take a second sprig and again, inhale the fragrance. And give thanks. Give thanks for the gifts of nature which remind us both life and death are sacred. And then blow into the sprig your intention for a new beginning. Inhale from the third sprig. And when you exhale, blow in any message that you would like to send that honors the larger story. When you are ready, you can bring your sprigs to the table, drop them in the oil. This is water, that's the oil. You can put them in the water too, but oil's the goal. And this would also be the time when you bring your offerings and gifts forward, leave your prayer requests, and share the bread of life. And in this space, we share the bread of life by dipping it into the cup of love.
Oh, thank you. Very nice selfie group. I did.
Bless you. Let's go get some.
Yeah.
You got a grandson, you were first coming up, your baby's coming back. And I'll mention that during that third call. And I didn't bring a paper about it that during that few minutes, but we all did.
I also forgot to mention if you want to grab an instrument, this would be the time.
So you can go ahead and just, we'll go around.
So this is your chance, Virgie, to make noise. It's always your chance to make noise in here. This is your chance to stand up and move around if you'd like to, or stay seated, whatever you're comfortable with.
Really got to
God. And the God of the good times, still God in the bad times. The God of the day, still God in the night. It's easy when you're up on the mountain and you've got peace, like you never know. That sounds good. But then it takes changing. You're down in the valley, but don't lose faith. You are never alone. For the God of the mountain, the God in the valley, when things go wrong, He'll make them right. And the God of the good times, but still God in the bad times. The God of the day, still God in the night. The God of the day, still God in the night. Very good. All right, guys.
And you are invited into the closing circle. If you are not comfortable standing, we can bring the circle to you. Now, you want to chair or you want to standing? You are healing. This is your opportunity to share a thought, a word, a quick takeaway, and then we'll see if there are announcements.
That message was amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Pace. Thank you. It's very good.
If everybody paid attention to the reciprocity with nature, we could link high climate change.
Amen. Preach it, brother. Go ahead, Sue.
I just wanted to say, Lou and I are volunteers with Pine and Sky, and I cannot tell you the remarks that the clients give us.
Yes.
And it's mostly, I don't know what I'd do without you.
Yes.
And it's very, very, very heartwarming to be part of the organization.
Thank you for that. Thank you for being.
I want to say something about Pie in the Sky too. These guys are so much fun. A couple of years ago, some of you will remember because some of you were part of it or, took part in it. We in the church and the Quakers worked together and bought a freezer chest for Pie in the Sky for their facility. And, a little group of us went down and visited, and then when the chest came in, we went to, greet it and celebrate the fact that it arrived. And Phyllis, I remember you had very bright glasses at that time. But it was really one of the most joyful things I think that I participated in. So thank you for your work and thank you for making it so much fun. You're welcome.
And it is fun.
Yeah,
I've got to jump in on the Pie in the Sky. So I'm part of the Starling Kindness Crew, and
Yes.
it's a group of seniors that volunteers there every month. What you guys do are amazing, number one, but that's the highlight of their month is going there and being able to serve and give back to the community, especially seniors. That you've opened so many eyes and brought so much attention to the food insecurities that we have right here in St. Louis County with seniors. So thank you for everything you do.
I want to say something about reciprocity too. I find this congregation very much that way and has been very open and welcoming and very prayerful for me and my family because we seem to be constantly in chaos. And
the reciprocity I find from you all is just one of the things that moves me every day. And I just want to say thank you for all of that. And for the things that we do for places like Pie in the Sky and all of the things we do, it just warms my heart to be part of this community. So
Thank you,
I just want
Birch.
to say that.
Hi, Dan and Nell, we're glad you're here. Everybody remember Dan and Nell? Friends from Gainesville, Melrose area who show up off and on. We're so glad to see you. Anything else? I don't think we really have any announcements.
I do.
Okay, announce.
Ron says his greeting, and he doesn't know when he's gonna be back. He has a grandbaby due August 4th in California.
Wow, that's wonderful. Okay, thank you. Anything else? All right, let's do our benediction and then we shall have our second communion. We are blessed and we are blessings. We go with kindness.
I know when I was growing up, I was kind. And I adult work when I was Patricia. And I decided I need to retire. Like a little bit sick.
So you actually changed.
I felt I
Thank you. I like yours too. Got stuck on it. Thank you for having us. Yeah, trainer.